Hi, my name is Haley. I'm an instructor here at Muse Yoga and Fitness. I teach yoga, fitness classes, yoga sculpt, you name it. But today we're going to do some gentle stretching and movement. You might see some familiar movement to yoga or some restorative kind of stretches, but feel free to take it at your own pace, modify as you'd like, and make the 20 minutes your own. If you'd like, you could grab a yoga mat or a towel if you want some support or padding while you're down on the ground. Yoga blocks are also optional. You could use a couple of couch cushions or folded up blankets as well. Let's start with our hands on top of the knees or thighs, palms facing down. Root down through your seat, lift up through the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. This time as you inhale, lift your shoulders up toward your ears. Exhale, relax your shoulders down the back. Inhale, shoulders lift. Exhale, shoulders lower. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to sweep your arms up and overhead, keeping the shoulders down. Exhale, flip your palms, press out and down, reach through the fingertips. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release the arms back down. Keep your right hand to the floor. Send your left arm up and overhead, taking a big side stretch. Feel your whole seat still connected to the floor. Maybe gazing up under that top arm to glance toward the ceiling. Stay for the inhale. Exhale to turn to face the top of your leg and reach across on the diagonal, fingertips rooting down to the floor. Relax your chin toward your chest. Maybe tiptoe those fingers a little further out. Feeling a nice big side stretch. Stay for one more full breath here. And then begin to walk your hands forward, rounding your spine, fingertips, palms, or maybe even forearms coming down toward the floor. This would be a nice place to use your blocks as well if you want to bring them under the hands or the forehead. With each exhale, relax and release a little bit more into the stretch. And then start to walk your hands back, stacking the spine, sitting up nice and tall. Bring your left hand to the ground. Reach the right arm up and overhead, taking that same big side stretch to the other side. Watch that the shoulders don't start to sneak up toward the ears. We're going to keep rolling them down and away from the ears, creating more space there. Find your inhale. Exhale, pivot toward the leg. Reach across, folding forward. The arm out long. And then taking your time, start to walk your hands out in front of yourself, rounding forward. Find a full inhale. Big sigh out the mouth. And walk yourself back to seated. Go ahead and switch whichever leg is crossed in front. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring your left hand across to the right knee, your right hand to the floor behind you. Fingertips or palm pressing down into the ground as you look back over your shoulder. Sitting as tall as you can, finding a nice twist that starts in the low back and comes all the way up to the neck. So turning my nose and chin in the direction that I'm looking with the eyes. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Using that back hand to help you stay nice and tall. Release the shoulders away from the ears. Still breathing even as we twist. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale, lower those arms down and bring your hands to the knees, palms face down. Inhale to lift your chin, lift your gaze, look upward. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine, tuck your tailbone. Feel as if you're rocking back to really round into it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Take a few more of these seated cat-cows at your own pace. We're still matching our breath to our movement. Imagine you're making a C shape and then flipping it around. So arch the back, round the back. And after your next complete round, restack the spine, and we're going to make our way into a tabletop, hands and knees. From our tabletop position, step your right foot back behind you. Ball of the foot is grounded down. Press through the back heel, and then begin to rock forward and back, stretching the top of the ankle, pressing the heel back. Stretching the top of the ankle, pressing the heel back. A couple more times. And then coming to stillness. Bring that right knee underneath yourself. Step the left foot back. Ground the foot down. Press with the heel. Stretch behind the knee. Feel a shift back. And then rock forward and back. You might feel a little bit of a stretch in the wrists as well when we bring our shoulders forward. And then a release as you take them back. And return to tabletop. Hands and knees. We're going to walk our hands forward just a little bit. Tuck your toes, send the hips up high, and start to walk your feet in toward your hands in toward your feet until those feet are grounded down. Knees relaxed. Let the torso hang heavy. And shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Maybe take opposite elbows, sway side to side. And relax and release your arms. Take a bigger bend in your knees and slowly round up one vertebrae at a time. Stacking the spine, head lifts at the very top. As you arrive, inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, pull the elbows out, back and down. Keep pulling, drawing them toward each other until your elbows come into your sides, and relax the arms. Tuck your chin toward your chest, bend your knees, and start to round forward like a candy cane. And then more of a rainbow, really narrow rainbow. And slowly round yourself all the way back up. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, pull those elbows out, back and down. Let the chest puff out. Let the ribs flare out. Tuck your chin toward your chest. Round forward. Let everything feel heavy. And then round all the way back up to stand. Pausing at the top. You're going to step your feet out wide. Ground down through the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring your right hand down the right leg. Send the left arm overhead. Big side stretch. Keep your heels rooted. And even though this hand is against the leg, I'm not putting all my weight into it. It's a little bit lighter than that. Supportive, but so are my legs. They're doing most of the support. Inhale through center. Exhale, take it up and over to the other side. Big stretch. Inhale through center. Exhale, open those arms out like a T. Inhale to reach the fingertips. Exhale, right arm comes across the chest. Left elbow hooks underneath. You're going to take some wrist circles one direction and the other direction. Inhale, open the arms out. Exhale, other side. Hug the arm across. Take some wrist circles and switch directions. Inhale to sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale to fold forward toward your legs. Bend the knees. Maybe you bring your hands onto blocks, to the floor, or to your legs. Stay for one more full breath here. And then we're going to bend the knees, open the toes out, spin the heels in, bring your hands or forearms to the tops of the legs. We're going to sit into it, maybe take a little rock side to side, back and forth. Maybe roll out the shoulders, one forward at a time. Hang out for one more breath. And then inhale, press down through the feet, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, lower the arms down. We're going to step the feet underneath ourselves. Standing nice and tall. Inhale, stretch the arms high, gaze up toward the ceiling, slight upper back bend. Exhale, you're going to fold forward toward your legs. Bend your knees, plant your hands, and then step back to a plank position and lower the knees down to the ground. This is a place that it might be nice to pad up your knees, particularly that left knee to start. I'm going to step that right foot forward, and sometimes it takes 1, 2, 3 steps, maybe more, maybe less, to come into a lunge position. And we're going to heel toe that foot in between the hands. You could use blocks underneath the hands here, pillows, like I said, blankets, whatever you got if you want it. Really, the goal is just to find something that kind of closes the gap between your hands and the floor if that feels more comfortable. Keep the left hand grounded down. Send that right arm up and overhead, taking a low lunge twist. Opening your gaze and chest toward the sky. Inhale. And exhale to bring that hand down again to blocks or to the floor as you shift your hips back just to stack over the standing knee. So not sitting back to the heel, but staying upright in our hips. Maybe a small, medium, or big bend in that front knee as you flex the toes back. You can use blocks to stay more upright. You could bring your hands closer to the floor, around the spine. You could walk those hands or blocks forward. Everything is on the table. Everything is an option, like a little buffet. You can pick and choose, see what feels right, play around with it. Always remembering that you might require different options, different variations for different days. And lean into that left hand and sweep the leg back to tabletop, hands and knees. Let's take a couple of cat-cows here. Inhale to arch. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, big U shape. Exhale, rainbow shape. And neutral spine. Take a step or a few forward with your left foot. Now, more distance between this front heel and back knee allows my hips to shift forward a little bit. If they're too close together, there's not a lot of room for my hips to move. So a little more length here can be helpful sometimes. Bring your foot to the center of the mat between your hands, maybe using blocks. Do a little demo with a block this time. Left arm reaches high. Watch that you don't sink or collapse into that bottom side. Think about rolling the shoulders down the back, maybe lightening your hand up a little bit. Sometimes that can create a little more space there. Make sure you're still supported through the legs. Stay for your inhale. Exhale to bring it back down and start to shift back. Find some length in that front leg. Hands, blocks, any height, any setting that you'd like. Send some energy through this foot. Imagine you have a yoga block pressing on the bottom of it, keeping it flexed and active. Sometimes the hip of the lengthened leg will sort of sneak ahead or try to shift forward. We're going to draw that hip back. So if your hips were at a starting line for a race, they would be at the same line, not one sneaking ahead of the other, getting a jump start for the race, but around the same starting line. One more full breath here. And then bring the leg back to tabletop, hands and knees. Maybe take a couple of wrist circles while you're here. And then we're going to make our way to a seated position. You can rock back, transitioning the hands behind yourself, the feet out in front of you, the knees bent. Start to windshield wiper your knees side to side. If you're like me, kind of close to a wall, you might shift as needed. So you can drop over to each side. Don't be afraid to roll over to that side, that seat. Allow those knees to really make their way back and forth. Coming back to center. I'm going to lie all the way back. You can bring your blocks with you, pillows with you if you want them. Soles of the feet together, knees falling outward. If you're using props here, they might slide underneath your knees, calves, or thighs for a little bit of support. You can bring your hands to the belly. Find an inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Again, inhale. Soften on the exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Let the ribs lift, let the back arch. Exhale, bring your hands down to your legs and use them to help guide the legs in toward one another. Hug your knees in toward your chest. Take a few knee circles to the right. And to the left. Allow your hands to really steer your knees around the room. And then back to center. And extend the legs toward the sky. They don't have to be 100% straight. We can keep a little bend to them as we'd like, but they are going to be lifted. Start to circle the ankles, get all the pops and cracks and cobwebs out. And switch directions. Flex the feet. Point the feet. Hug your knees back in toward yourself. Then take a couple of rocks, maybe 2, maybe 5, to come all the way up to a seated position. You can cross those legs as you arrive at your seat. And rest the hands to the tops of the knees or thighs, palms face down. Release your chin toward your chest. Take one slow head roll to the left. One slow head roll to the right. Bring the head back to center. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. That is it for today. I hope you feel a little more stretched, relaxed, loose, comfortable, all the things. If you ever have any questions about the studio, please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.